This movie is propaganda, I guarantee you, against parents to tell them why technology is so great. Fight me on it. Missing was directed by Nicholas D. Johnson and Will Merrick, and it stars Storm Reed. And here, a girl is left at home alone when her mother goes on vacation. However, her mom does insist that the two of them stay in constant communication with each other through their tech devices. But when her mom disappears without a trace and law enforcement can't find out where she's at, the girl uses her understanding and knowledge of technology to attempt to track down her parent. I found out about this movie very late. I actually didn't see a trailer about it. I was in the theater to rewatch Wakanda Forever with my sister and my friend, and I saw the poster for this, and it kind of caught my eye because of how unique it was. I looked it up and found out this was coming out. Bought tickets as fast as I could. They were almost sold out, and got to see the movie. And I have to say afterwards, it was a very, very good watch. Missing is a surprisingly good film. It really does a good job at mixing some new with some old, putting some messages together, and giving you a sense of tension and family, and you feel like you're right there with the characters. The movie's by no means flawless. It has issues along the way, but overall, my thoughts are it's, for the most part, good for your money. I want to start off first off by talking about Storm Reed. She is someone that a lot of you may know from Euphoria. Some of you may know her as Bloodsport's daughter from the Suicide Squad. She's been in quite a bit of stuff recently, and I've been quite a big fan of hers. I've seen her move up quite a bit now, and I'm honestly very happy to see her at the point that she's at now, where she's getting to have her own, essentially solo lead film, and she doesn't disappoint in here. Again, she turns in a great performance. She's really good at here, at playing it natural, at playing it human, and at seeming like she's smart, but not in a contrived way. But like, this is a way that seems like she has learned this. She seems like someone who's realistic, and not just some Mary Sue with computer skills all over the place. And though some of the stuff she does in here, I feel like it gets to be a little just crazy, like it goes a little far at parts, she manages to make it pretty believable throughout, and that's one of the driving factors in here, because she's carrying this movie on her back, as her performance and her character are the main focus. They're what's going to have to drive this whole thing forward. They're what you're going to have to get behind and believe and throw out, any expectations you have if you're going to watch this movie, and she really buys that. And I sold it. She sold it really well, and I love that. She did great in this movie. The movie also does a very good job at making it feel like this is something that could occur. It's not too outlandish. This feels like cases you hear about in the news. The script in here is fairly strong for the most part. Well, I think it goes too exaggerative at times, and sometimes its attempts at combining new with old don't always work, but a lot of that also boils down to the direction and editing choices. This movie likes to bounce back and forth between the social media aspect and the real aspect, and while that can work, as a lot of films have proven, last year the film Not Okay, I think, did this very well. This movie has a bit of a struggle balancing the two in a way that doesn't feel sometimes cheap. This movie hits a lot of positive beats for me, and I really like the twist they put on it. This is an interesting spin. Usually we have the adult looking for the kid, and it's cool to see us flip the switch on that and do a bait and switch, and now it's the kid trying to find the parent, and it's not the way you usually think. It's not all guns blazing and action and fight scenes. It's brains, essentially. It's figuring things out, and reveal in the end is interesting, because as she's digging for things, she begins to find out, without spoiling anything, things that she didn't know, and finds things that she was unaware of. And that keeps the script interesting and refreshing, because it's a basic plot. The plot's simple in the back of your brain: find my parent, but along the way you can sprinkle in other things to make it a little more spicy. The direction here, as I said earlier, is not necessarily top tier. I think they do a pretty good job, but I'm not key on all the choices made. I'm also not a big fan of the photography in here. There's a lot of stuff in here to be praised, but there's a lot to take away from it. It overall did very well for me. I had a great time with Missing, but there were things that took away from that experience. I'm still going to recommend this movie for you and say you should go check it out. It's very, very well made, and it's a testament to how good you can do things if you really work hard on it. But I'd be lying to you if I said I loved every aspect of the movie. I do though think it's very good. I'm pretty sure this will get some very positive reviews and it's gonna get some good buzz around it. But for me, wasn't perfect. I'm gonna give Missing a 7 out of 10. Thank you guys always so much for watching. I appreciate you, and I will see you all next time.